Hello, and welcome to today's video. Hope everybody's doing okay. In Season 11, I've done a full walkthrough with commentary and tips as to how to level and reach Declone and Ubers with the Amazon class. I've given her 5 separate videos completing normal difficulty, nightmare difficulty, hell difficulty, and then gathering materials and fighting Ubers, and gathering materials and fighting Declone. In total, the idea was to help new players get started on a class, whether they're unfamiliar with the class or just want a cleaner experience through the campaign, and a way to get started with your own Torch and Annihilus in the season. My goal in general is to have a walkthrough for every single one of these characters that would help newer players to just shorten the time they spend on dealing with the campaign so they can reach the end game of Project Diablo 2, which is where I think the mod truly shines. The first character we done was Amazon, which leaves the other 6, and today we're going to do the Druid. Now, I don't know if I'll manage to do all 7 classes by the time Season 12 is over and in time for Season 13, but my goal is to do at least 3 more classes, with the Druid being the one we're going to start today. These videos do take a little bit of time to record, so forgive me if I really haven't managed to keep up with as many as I wanted. With that said, let's get started. In this series, I'm going to make sure I note what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and also explain tips for other people if they want to spend more time. But the general idea will be clearing the must-clear quests or the quests that you should be clearing, and focusing on progression in order to reach the end game. We are not going to complete all the quests. Some of them are skippable and or should be skipped. And additionally, we're not going to grab all waypoints and go through all information in the game. I'm not going to explain all crafts or all things like that. We're just going to focus on finishing the campaign, and then also how to level and things like that you need to do on your reset. With that said, let's get started. The first thing you do when you start a new playthrough, so it begins, is to head into the Den of Evil. Now, personally, you don't have to do this, of course, but personally, I like to leave a teleport by the Den of Evil. When I find it, you get 1 teleport scroll in the beginning of the game. So I use that one in order to leave it over there. The reason I do that is so I can find the Cold Plains waypoint. It just saves me the walk basically afterwards, so that's why I do it. So we're going to follow the trail. The trail will split at some point. Oh, we found an experience shrine. How nice for us. Always keep an eye out on the little mini map, or you can always press tab to open the big map. As you can see, this is the Den of Evil. This is where the quest 1 is being completed. We're going to leave a TP there. We're going to come back to it through the waypoint. It's just a way to save time again, so we don't have to make this walk again after we're done. As you can see, we go here. I get into the waypoint. Then we have the teleport that we already set, waiting for us in town. Once you're here, your goal is to clear all the monsters in the Den of Evil. If you have played before in Project Diablo 2 and you're just starting a new fresh save, make sure you check your loot filter is on the minimum level and that you are showing items. Sometimes you forget to reset your filter, and if you do, then, you know, it could be a little painful. In general, the filter that I'm using, by the way, is the Chrysard or the Chrysard filter, but you can feel free to experiment with whatever filter you feel most comfortable with. Now let's talk about what we're going to play as we're slowly leveling. Okay, I just want to take care of all these fallens. So the way that we're going to level is focusing on the summoning skill tree. This leveling setup will not require you to respec at any point. You can simply level up from level 1 all the way to level 80 or higher just using this build and farming on it for the early game. So that's going to be pretty cool. Our first priority is going to be to max the Raven skill. Once Raven skill gets maxed to level 20, you summon 3 of them at once, which makes the skill a lot more comfortable to use. And I can already see this guy is resurrecting some fallen, so let's go ahead and get rid of him. So because of our focus on the Ravens, ideally early on we look for clubs like the one I just found, and we're looking for ones that give plus to Raven. This one, for example, gives plus to Lycanthropy, which is good for shapeshifters, but not quite for us. We found a ring too. Alright, so let me make sure I actually do level these. And this is going to be our main skill early on. These Ravens are very powerful, and you can summon several of them depending on the level of your skill, all the way up to 15, which is very nice. As you can see, they're ranged, they deal cold damage, and they can really help you kind of clear things out. After they do a couple of pecks, they will disappear though, so you gotta resummon them. Pretty sure we're close to kind of clearing out this place. You know, we're only level 3, but we are going to be taking this fairly slowly, just so we can cover everything properly. And make sure you pick up all these items that have like this kind of like gold amount near the name. These kind of items will give you a lot of gold. Gold will become very useful soon enough. Quest says 1 monster left, and we can already see which one it is. So let's go ahead and get out of here. I like to keep these rejuves for later. They will become eventually useful. Now, I cleared out my inventory, so there's nothing here, so I can use it for later. And I make sure to store all of my rejuve potions over here. It is super useful once you get into, you know, end game, hell, and fighting Ubers, things like that. Once you finish your quest, you can go to a car and you'll get 1 skill point, which you will still be dumping into your Ravens. Eventually, you might want to grab some of the other skills, and you can kind of prepare for it, but in the beginning, I recommend just dumping everything to Ravens. The first bit of gold that I get, I always spend on getting myself... let me see, what do I really not need here? Make sure I get myself the books, right, just so I can... store my scrolls easily. So let's go ahead and ID these. We get 1 to maximum damage. It's not super useful. These 2 are not super useful. I'm just gonna fill my books right with scrolls. We're not gonna be using this either. And you can technically check Charcy for okay, I'm just organizing my inventory in a way that I like. You can check her for clubs. She might have some. This does happen early on. So this is Charcy over here.
Hi there.
Yeah, I know you're Charcy. So you can check her tabs. She might have something for you, but otherwise you can just go ahead and look for nice items. Getting a belt early on is nice. I think I used all my gold already, so I guess no belt for me. Or here, I'll buy this one. Just so you can store more potions. It's a little bit more comfortable. You don't have to buy one, you can just find one. That's also okay. But yeah, I think that'll be about all we need here. In terms of attributes, you've seen that I haven't actually put them into anything. Early on, you'll only really want vitality, especially when you're not sure how much strength you're going to need. So you can see early points going into vitality is pretty safe. And keeping a stamina potion is always nice. As you can see, I'm still following the path. I'm not doing anything fancy here. If I see an elite pack like this one, or champion packs, which are the ones that have the blue name, I might stop and kill him. because they give good EXP, but otherwise I kind of ignore everything else. The ravens might kill stuff by themselves, but you can't really help that. Don't worry about it too much. Now, as a druid, slowly and surely, if you don't want to use a respec, oh, we got to the right place. So I'll finish my sentence. As a druid, you will want to get some strength. Eventually, around level 80 or around late hell, you'll want to have like between 130 and 133 and 156 strength. That is what you use to put on the shields that normally you'd be using early on. So that's generally what you will be doing. That's what you're aiming for. If you're putting on like most of your points into vitality early on, you won't be able to wear heavier armors. So I like putting 5 points into strength every couple of levels and just adjusting as I get my gear. So somewhere around level 10, I already have like 35 points here. And the rest just goes into vitality. I don't put anything into dexterity or energy at all on my playthroughs. Now, if you follow the path, there are 3 places you can go to from Cold Plains. One of them is Stony, which is where we want to go, Stony Field. That's the continuation of the path. We're skipping quest number 2 because it's not important to us. But yeah, getting through this area is pretty easy. You just follow the path. If you do get to the other 2 places, there's a cave and there is the burial grounds. The burial grounds are where quest number 2 is, and you don't really want to complete it. It's also very difficult, and it doesn't really give you anything that you want, so you kind of can skip it. If you get to over here in Stony, you want to get to the underground passage. You don't actually have to kill Rakanishu, but he does give solid EXP, so you can definitely go for it. Just be careful that he doesn't hit you too hard. And I believe he's still here. I don't think I killed him. Let's let the ravens kind of deal with it. Make sure we pick up some nice items, and we can go ahead and continue. Okay, so now we're going in, and again, as you can see, I try to kill elite packs just because the XP is good, and keep putting points into my ravens, making them stronger and stronger with each level. We get our second ring, which is it's a good thing to get your second ring. By the way, I'm not going to explain exactly how pathing works or how do you speedrun. This is of course not a speedrun. So I'm just gonna try and get through the game fast, but you don't have to get through the game as fast as possible. I'm just I'm doing that more out of trying to be conservative on time and not make this video 4 hours long. And drink a stamina potion. As you can see, I ignore most monsters. They're not too important. And if you feel like they're becoming too dangerous, you can always put down a raven. Here you see this elite monster. I'll go ahead and cast a few ravens to deal with him. And we get to the way out, which is the Dark Wood. Now again, I'm going to be skipping quest 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or, I mean 5 I might do, just because it's kind of on the way. I'm going to be skipping them. In quest number 2, you fight the Blood Raven in the Burial Ground. As I said, not too important, it's a little difficult too early on. So, very skippable. In quest number 3, you save Cain. It takes going to the Stony Tomb where we killed Rakanishu and kind of like getting back there after you go through the Dark Wood and find the scroll. If you do want specifically how to do this quest, we are going to do it in Hell difficulty. It basically frees Cain and saves you some gold because he will be identifying items for you. But we're not going to do it in normal because people don't farm in normal, so it's not very important. They'll be alive for that. In Hell, it's a lot more important because that's where you're going to spend most of your game. That's generally what I do. Now, if you do want to go to the tower is not a bad place to go to. It gives you a lot of runes. It's a good place to gather early runes. So if you want to rely on early rune words, you can definitely go. That's how it looks like. It has good experience, so I'll show it for the video, I guess. Why not? We have a EXP shrine. The way you want to get through the tower is, generally speaking, always stick to your left side. As you can see, I'm hugging the left wall. There's every level, like at least one really nice pack of monsters that will give you good EXP. So, as you can see, it's worth killing them, at least for the EXP. I'm sticking to the left and finding the way out. Still sticking to the left wall. You'll see the way out is there again. Now I'm still going to the left. We make sure we kill stuff that can give us good EXP. And it's level number 6. I grab my Heart of Wolverine. Make sure that you bind it to some sign key. Heart of Wolverine, sorry, this is what I wanted to do. Heart of Wolverine gives you attack rating and damage, and gives it also to your pets. So it's definitely worth grabbing 1 point in it. And as we continue to hug the left side, we've reached the 5th floor, the final floor, where there will be a ton of gold on the ground. Gold is useful. Don't forget to collect gold. It's definitely worth it. There'll be some in the left and the right rooms, so go ahead and grab both. And again, I don't really put points into anything else. I keep maxing the ravens. I think it's very important. You get rare boots, which is very nice. Get some FHR. That's not bad. Put on our first amulet. Some extra gold find is better than maximum damage, I guess. And once you reach the end of the tower, you go ahead and face the Countess. She has all of her Darkstalkers defending her room, so you can kind of take some distance and attack them from afar like this. The ravens are just going to do the job. You don't have to worry about it too much. She will ask if you're here for a bloodbath, and you'll answer yes by killing her. And as we kill her, she doesn't always drop runes, but we grab a little bit more gold, and we got our first charm, an amulet, a club. This might be useful. Let's go ahead and check. We get a little bit more gold find. And let's see what the club is for. 10 FCR. So FCR is more useful than not having FCR, so we're going to go ahead and take it. I'll go ahead and bind my town portal tome. Remember that we found the waypoint to Black Marsh before we entered, so we don't have to walk all this way back. Make sure you always have a waypoint to go back to save yourself some walking. Now let's sell some stuff. Now you'll see that, or maybe you didn't see, but she offers me to reset stats or skill points. That comes from completing the first quest. If you ever make a mistake, you can always use this, but remember, mistakes are not super tragic, and you can just kind of ignore them until the point you feel like respeccing your stats. Ooh, that's a really nice normal amulet, 10 FCR and 10 fire res. So yeah, I would just save this normally if I can for later, for whenever I feel like changing my build or changing anything else, or if I make any more important mistakes. So just missing one skill point or something is not a big deal. Remember, this is a one-time use per difficulty, so you get 3 of those in total. So it's best if you can to save them. We got ourselves quite a bit of gold, which is definitely very nice. Oh, I have 10 million gold because it's my account. I need to take it from this, but for now we'll keep the gold only on the personal stash. So here you can see Charcy can have some clubs with skills to Druid. If you are in town, it's worth giving her a visit just to check if she has one with +3 to Raven. If she doesn't, which is fairly normal that she doesn't, then yeah, it is what it is. Finding things like half-freeze gloves or boots is always very nice. I like at least grabbing them just because it's helping me with the frozen status. I don't really like being frozen. Some people don't care about it that much, so it's really more up to preference. But I always have a look. You see, for example, he has boots for half-frozen as well. So this way I cannot be frozen anymore. Which I just personally really don't like being. And we can continue our journey through the Black Marsh. So again, we're going to continue following the path that's going to lead us to Tamo Highlands. And you'll see I have a lot more points, so let me put 10 points in strength and 5 in vitality. And remember, the blue color here kind of shows you that you're getting points also from like gear. So not all your points are points that you invested, right? If it's white, it's just the points that you have, right? The base, and the blue is the bonus. So if you always hover over it, you can kind of tell how many you have total. This helps you avoid kind of misallocating your points, like if you have a plan. It's a pack of champions, we'll call them for EXP. As you can see, there's 2 paths. That path led to a cave. This path over here will lead us to Tamo Highland. I kind of missed it when I was walking around. If there is one that goes to a bridge, it's almost like certainly the right path. As you can see, we're in Tamo Highland. This area is not particularly important on a single player run. You will most likely just stick to the path and go to the next area. You can farm the pits here. The pits are found in Tamo Highland, but we're not going to be farming anything. We're just going to be getting out of here after we kill some of these EXP mobs. You'll see that I normally pick up things like dirks, clubs, scepters. These are items that normally give more gold. That's why I actually bother picking them up, even if I don't necessarily need them. If you ever get a skill shrine like we did just now, by the way, always resummon your spirit. It will stay at a higher level even after you lose the skill shrine, so it's definitely worth doing. Over here, we see the waypoint for Outer Cloister. Based on the location of the waypoint, you can know what is the correct way to go, but it's not super important. As I said, it's not a speedrun guide or something of the sort. We're simply standing in a dangerous location. As you can see, when you're a summoner, you can just kind of kite around even very dangerous monsters like these. and avoid most of the damage, like you should be fine. We were a little bit lucky and found very nice wolf head. Sadly, it has Werebear and Firestorm and not the skills that we're looking for. So even though we're going to put it on, sadly, it's not the skills that we're looking for. Ideally, if you can find something with +3 to Ravens, then you won big time. They are findable early on, but you don't have to specifically target them or anything like that. That is not necessary. In the barracks, generally speaking, if you stick to your left, you will find a way out. And if you're not finding the way out, you will find the 5th quest, which is the Charcy quest, looking for the Malice. This will allow you to imbue a white item with, what's it called? Magic properties. I will show it. It is useful to do early on with certain items. But it's a quest that is definitely skippable. You don't have to do it. And I often skip it in my playthroughs. So we're just sticking to the left here. And we're either going to see the way out or the quest area. That's just kind of how the layout here works. So let's see where we're headed. This looks like the way out. So for the quest, we'll have to search a little bit more. It looks like, at least. And we're going to put another point into our Ravens. And yeah, I have 30 points in strength. I feel pretty comfortable right now. So we're going to go all the way back over here. And we're going to stick to the wall, the left wall, in order to find the quest area. Again, completely skippable. If you don't care about it, you can just hop into the next quest, which is the final quest of the act. This is the sign of the Malice. This is how you know where you need to go. Yeah, and you don't actually have to kill the smith. You only need to grab the Malice in order to complete the quest. That's just something to keep in mind. If you don't want to kill the smith, or if he's a little scary to you, or you don't do enough damage, then you can just skip it. It's perfectly fine. Either way, we killed him. Let's go ahead and look at the other stuff that we have here. Okay, nothing too exciting. We are going to go back to Charcy just to show what the quest does. So when you complete this quest, you go ahead and talk to Charcy. You'll see that Charcy will imbue an item with magical powers. She'll have this option in her little menu. And you can put a white item being, let me give an example, not this one. Do I have any? I do not. So maybe I can buy one. Werebear, Firestorm. So a white item looks like this, has white text. These are the items that you can imbue. Generally speaking, early on, you'll imbue things like class items or wands or boots in order to get nice stats on them. I don't really have anything I want to imbue right now. I was hoping to find some kind of class item like the wolf heads for the druid. You can imbue something like these heavy boots, but we have nice boots for half freeze duration, so we're not going to use it at the moment. You can always save it for later. The quest doesn't go away, and it can be useful later in the game, so don't be afraid to save it too if you don't have anything useful for it in the beginning. And we're heading into the jail. Now, the jail is just, for lack of a better word, a place you just gotta get through. There's not anything too useful in here. In Project Diablo 2, you don't really want to spend time here. I'm already level 9, which is definitely more than I need to be to get through this place. And luckily we find a way out right in front of the jail entrance. If you do find one of these dangerous rooms, go ahead and summon your ravens first before you head into battle. As you can see, the ravens deal with them really well. This is why it says it's a very nice and safe build. So it works well in the hardcore. And for the people who were wondering why am I not recording on hardcore, well, recording on hardcore is a little unnecessary because the goal is to just get the information out. If I die in the middle of the run because I'm being careless or because I'm explaining something, it's not gonna be helpful. I'm gonna have to start the recording again, so that's why we're avoiding doing that, as I almost demonstrated just now. That pack was very nice for EXP, so I went ahead and actually killed him. I don't think we want anything from there, so we're just gonna walk away. And I believe we found the way to jail free. Once you find jail free, you're looking for the way back up. Again, I don't have the entire layout memorized or something like that. I'm just kind of exploring and trying to find a way out. As you can see, this is a very normal place that this would be placed in. Once we find a way out, reach one before last waypoint. It's the inner cloister. Just one more waiting for us in the catacombs. Let me go ahead and drink this potion. Again, you can see the ravens are doing most of the job for me. You have Bonash here, which you can kill if you'd like. He is cold immune, so makes your ravens do a little bit less damage since they do half cold damage. Something to keep in mind. And you're pushing for ravens to be level 10 as fast as you can. That is just lets you summon 2 of them in one hit, which is fairly comfortable. Saves clicks. See something that is worth 8k, I definitely take it. I'm usually pretty unlucky when it comes to searching for the right path in the catacombs, so you guys will have to forgive me. This takes more than it should. Right, here we go. Find the right way out. We're in level 2. There are a total of 4 levels. In level 2, there is a waypoint, which you can bother with grabbing if you'd like. For the purposes of this run, we're not going to grab it, as it's not going to serve us. Once we're done with Act 1, we're not going to be back here. It's not an area you want to be farming or you want to be back for at any point. Again, if I see something nice like this group of spiders with an elite here, I will kill them. You can see the XP is pretty nice. On the previous video, people asked that I don't manipulate the player count to gain EXP faster. If you are playing in single player, that is something that you can do, and maybe even you should do. As you can see, I'm not really struggling with anything. We ended up finding the waypoint, so happy accidents, but we don't need it. But yeah, I'm going to try not to manipulate the player count. It will make the run a little bit slower than it would otherwise be, but just so people say I'm not cheating. Don't say I'm cheating, right? I believe we have not found a way out, but we have found some champions. As you can see, we very naturally got to level 10 with skipping a bunch of stuff, not clearing super thoroughly. And we find the way down once again. One more floor left to discover. And again, in my opinion, like the Summon Druid can deal with things like Andariel by the time you're level 8 or 9 to feel comfortable getting to level 11, which allows you... Ooh, scary door. Which allows you to have level 10 Ravens and level 1 in Wolverine. Is pretty nice. Anything else here? Not really. As you can see, we do it very naturally just by stopping for elite and champion packs. This pack should level us probably. There we go. And once we do this, you'll see that now every time we summon 2 Ravens, every time we cast, which is very, very nice, very comfortable. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little bit of mana over here, just so I don't have to drink potions as much, since we had some sockets there. And I'll see what Andariel drops. Maybe we'll use something in the other socket. Keep putting points into Vitality. Remember I said I wanted to be at 35 at around level 10. This is mostly just so I can wear certain pieces of gear. With my goal, by the time I'm in Hell, to reach about 133 strength for a Spirit Shield, or 156 for heavier shields, if we do find them. It looks like we're gonna go through the entire floor in order to find a way down. Just another one of our classic clean throughs. And there we go. So once you reach floor 4, especially if it's your first time, you can leave a teleport for safety if you'd like to. What is this? Oh, Arctic Blast, not something we need. Yeah, I guess I should check the charms and things that I pick up. Defense, lightning res, so nothing too useful here. We will want to clear our inventory soon enough, which we will do. I was hoping to see something useful here, and 1 strength. Okay. So, we found a ring that I believe had PLR, poison length reduction. We're gonna put it on, since she is a poison-based boss, right? You'll see we're basically just gonna kite her around. We're not gonna be bothering with getting hit by her. That is way too scary for us. Druid at heart is a caster, so even if you can turn into a scary wolf or bear, keeping your distance feels like the best course of action. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the things that she actually dropped for us. Some of them may be useful, so we might wanna have a look. The belt looks interesting. Chain gloves, I believe, give you poison length reduction, right? It's Clugs. No, it's the slow target and knockback. So this could be useful for a mercenary. We have poison length reduction, poison res gloves. Not very interesting belt, but it does give us 1 more row for potions, so we will be taking it. Amulet with fire res. And we got this emerald gem. Not too useful. Alright, so I think we're good with this. So after you finish killing Andariel, you'll see return to Werev to take to the eastern caravan. I don't remember what exactly was the explanation there, but you talk to Werev, you go to the east, and that is the end of Act 1. So that was the easiest act. That's the beginning act. We completed it here in like 30 minutes or so. Of course, can take like a little bit less. Usually I'll do it in 20 if I'm not explaining what I'm doing, if I'm not running through everything. Once you are done, make sure to drop some gold in your stash, emptying all these potions inside. You don't have to keep these. These are not super important if you don't need them. I'm going to put some topaz in here. And I guess I'll put these in my shield for now, just for fun. And let's have a look. This helmet, poison leg production. All right, so let's sell some things before we continue. And selling things is important. It helps you keep your gold up, which will be useful in the future. You see things that have more gold value than what you get from the vendor. You can save them for later if you want to. Not super necessary, but you can definitely do that if you'd like. Let's go ahead and sell this. And let's see if she has a free socket shield. She does have a free socket shield. Having one of those for later is very nice. You might want it for an Ancient's Pledge, so that's why I'm keeping it. I see here a pair of boots that I could give to a mercenary with half freeze duration. So I keep that too. And I don't see anything else super interesting. I might want to get another pair of HFD gloves at some point, but for now, that will do. And in Act 2 is where I recommend usually getting a mercenary. Before that is not super important or necessary. To get a mercenary, you can head to the top here. You can get a mercenary in Act 1 as well. The Vigor mercenary, she's also okay. You can get one here. He will be a nice tank for you if you want to stay safe. So we're going to grab one for Blessed Aim, I think. Right, he'll stand in the front. Let me give him half freeze duration, these gloves, and we'll find some other items for him as well eventually, hopefully. See if she has a nice weapon for him. Over here, for example, this will do for now. Put 2 skulls in it so he has some life leech. He cannot use it yet because it's 41. Yeah, he'll need another level, I guess. So he'll level up and then we'll give it to him. Any belts over here? Not really. And no interesting helms. So we're just going to go ahead and continue. At the beginning of this act, this is a skippable quest, but doing it will give you a skill point. You can find Radament's lair and the Lutgolane sewers. You have 2 entrances to the sewers. One's at the top of the map over here near the waypoint and near the vendor who gives you your mercenary, and the other one is over here. If you go from the bottom, head to the right first, just to do a quick check. If you see the way down. If you don't, normally it's on the other side. Again, I should say it's normally this way, so there are exceptions. There are weird layouts out there in the world, but that's what I normally do to find it. And we're at level 11. Let me go ahead and cast some ravens to keep us safe. So as I said, there are exceptions. Luckily, we ran into an exception, so we can find out together where the way out it is actually. Again, even though we got the access to Spirit Wolves, we found a way out. That's very nice. Even though we have access to them, I personally don't level them. I just focus on the Ravens. They are our main damage. They're kind of carrying us through the early game. So I like maxing them. It's up to you if you like more bodies with you, or if you're on hardcore and you feel safer that way, that's perfectly fine. You're not losing a lot of damage by not maxing them. It's just a matter of comfort for me. You'll see that I'm going straight through this level. That I'm like running forward the entire time. Generally speaking, that's where the way down will be. Convenient. Yeah, and for the last one, I stick to the left, which is generally where Radament is going to be found. By the way, a mercenary died. This is something that will happen pretty often early on. So you either have to make sure you heal him or just not get one in the first place. These are your main options. I'll try to equip him better when I get the opportunity. This I was supposed to be saving. So yeah, once you kill Radament, you get one more skill point, which is very nice. I'm gonna, again, lower these sound effects. They are a little bit loud. And getting this is very nice. There's a bunch of gold scattered around here, so you can grab it if you'd like. You can take the Horadric Scroll, but it is not necessary to continue through the game. Once you right-click the Book of Skill, you get one more skill point, and you can talk to Atma, and that will finish your quest. As you can see. So let's go ahead and check what we were given. 10 FHR belt, that is pretty nice. A little bit better than what I got, but it does lose us a row, so I'm going to give it to my mercenary instead of using it myself. 10 faster one-walk boots, that is cute for sure. This is not too useful. Let's see if there's any nice helm here. I was looking for half restoration gloves as well. 2 socket armor, that is going to be nice for our mercenary. So we're going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to try and buy a new merc that's a higher level so he can use this weapon we got for him. Good day. Level 10. Gulzar. It's a stronger name too. The names are not actually making a big difference. Actually, put this to good use. Now for the armor, let me put... Well, we'll see what we put inside it. This will give him defense though for now, which is nice. I think that's pretty much it. Once you finish the first quest, you can show the scroll to Kane, but you don't really need to. The quest is already kind of working without it. So again, I'll move some stuff over here. And we'll go ahead and step outside. We drop our first rune, being a Neph rune. That's very cute for us. Always keep runes, even if they don't have a specific use for you. They just might end up being useful later, or you might just use them for crafting or for maps. It's always good to pick them up. 2 more skill points that I forgot to allocate. Once you get to level 16, you'll want to save points for Gust, because in level 16 you'll level Arctic Blast, level 17 Cyclone Armor, and then Gust. If you don't want to forget by accident, you can always put these points earlier, but I personally do it later just so I'm not slowed down while I'm leveling. Now here you want to stick to the walls because you're looking for the way out. So once I find the wall, the left wall, I usually go to the left one. Then you can just kind of hug it and look for the next area. As you can see, I'm already capable of summoning 15 ravens, which might be hard to keep up the entire time. But they do quite a bit of damage at this point. I might want to buy some stamina potions. We found the Halls of the Dead, which is the first area we want to find. Personally, I leave a waypoint, teleport there until I find the waypoint or the next area. It's more a matter of saving time. That's why I do it. So you don't have to do it. It's just something that I like to do. Find a chipped diamond. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my shield for now. This will give us some extra res. Again, just keeping us a little bit safer. There's no reason to save these things for later. You're not going to use chipped gems, at least not on this playthrough. They can be used to reroll magic items, but yeah, we're not going to be doing that. As you can see, once I find my waypoint, I head back to town. I'll actually buy a few stamina potions. Just so we don't have to swap to walk anymore. Yeah, something like 4 or 5 should be enough. I doubt that we'll run out of more than that. And we go back to that teleport we made and head in. Now, in order to progress in the Halls of the Dead, all you need to do is stick to the left side. You'll see I'm going to my left. That's the first thing. Now, again, this doesn't guarantee that the way down will be immediately on the left, but this will statistically save you time to just go from the left side. So again, going to the left. Seeing a pretty intimidating pack of bats over here. Gonna go ahead and make sure they die. While sticking to my left. We get to level 3. In level 3, you'll go to the left again. And this time, instead of a way down, you'll find your Horadric Cube. This is an important piece that you definitely want to be dropping. If you're playing solo, you have to drop it here, because otherwise you won't be able to proceed in your quest. So, very important. You'll find this little shiny chest, and you'll go ahead and open it. There's the witch here. This is definitely worth killing. Can drop nice items. We got our first rare ring too. Some fire res, which is very nice to get instead of the poison link production, I guess. Why not? Found this as well. Cyclone armor, not something we need. Okay, that looks good enough. Alright, so I think we're good. We'll go ahead and head out of town. We're almost level 13
It is an honor to serve you.
by doing it this way. So now that we have our cube, we can store stuff in it, but more importantly, it will be used for the quests later. We can continue to run. Now we're looking for the Fire Oasis. It's the next area. That's where you find the Staff of Kings. It's one of 2 pieces you'd want to combine in your cube in order to open the path to Duriel, the final quest. So it's all kind of forced little fetch quests, you know. Get ourselves a nice stamina shrine. Will help us look around. Just try and make good use of it. Again, we're level 14. I always make sure what level I am when I'm leveling my stuff. I'm level 14. I'm not really rushing. This is a gem shrine, so we could upgrade one of our gems here. For example, the skull. It could be used to give the mercenary a solid weapon in the beginning. We found a way forward to the Far Oasis. And again, similar to the last area, I'm looking for the quest dungeon. So here it's called the Maggot Lair. So we're looking for the Maggot Lair, but at the same time, I'm looking for a waypoint, a place that I could go back to. If I find the Maggot Lair first, I leave a teleport there. If I find the waypoint first, then I'm not too worried, and I can always come back to this area. We go ahead and find a waypoint first this time. And we continue on our search. And if I end up finding the Lost City first, which is the area after this one, then I personally already head out to the next area. We do find a maggot lair, so we are going to go ahead and take this one. Oh, sorry, I left a TP there, but I didn't actually need to. Okay, this is a dangerous area to walk into like this. As you can see, if you're in hardcore, don't do what I just did. But you should know that already if you're in hardcore. Again, this build doesn't really need to step into the fray like that. You can just play it nice and slowly. Found our first L rune. For the Druid, early rune wards are not super necessary. As you can see, you go for the game pretty smoothly. Getting things like stealth or things like Ancient's Pledge does help for sure, or a low rune once you can make one. But these are normally made in early Nightmare. For the Druid, you don't really rush them or anything like that. Make sure to try and heal my Merc every now and then in this place, because he does help this become a little faster. So gotta appreciate him a little bit, at least for trying. And we go ahead and find our way down. Maggot Lair at level 2. Yeah, I'm level 15. At level 16, I'm gonna level Arctic Blast, then Cyclone Armor, and then Gust in order to have access to Teleport. If you don't really want to teleport around, which is, I mean, you're right. Not gonna judge you. Then that's perfectly fine. And you can completely skip it. And in that case, you have a few choices of what to do with your extra points. You can put a point into Werewolf and Lycanthropy to be a little bit tankier. That's if you're in hardcore and you feel more comfortable walking around in Shapeshift. Or you can just put more points into your summons and become stronger already. These are your main options there. And we find the way down to level 3. We also find a crystal sword. It's a free socket. Is the maximum on it, so not too interesting. Over here, you just kind of need to head to the top. Our mercenary died again, apparently. I didn't notice. I'll get him back. He's trying. At least he's trying. And our final boss should be here, the Cold Worm. You can ignore them, you don't actually have to kill the Cold Worm. You're just here for the staff. But you can kill them if you'd like to. Here we level up for him. Either way, we're gonna head back to town. You don't have to talk to Kane or to anybody else, really. I'm just doing it out of a habit. Can I D some of these? Sell some of these? I keep the Staff of Kings in the stash. That's where we're going to be using it from. Find a little bit of a wand for Necros. Not for us. Poison Res Ring. It's not terrible. But Fire Res is going to be more useful. And yeah, I believe all this is what I'm looking for. Alright, we'll put the runes we find over here. As you can see, it's a clear one. I ignore the gold. I will remove it whenever I have the time between like sessions. Put this here. And we found a Hawk Helm. Not a very good one. It has free to Firestorm to the Poison Creeper. Which is not what we want, but we still have that Charcy quest. So let's give an example of using it. Because we can. See, so this is a white item. I can go ahead and place it here. And when I press imbue, it'll become something else. Is it better? It is 25 MF and 1 to Poison Creeper. So again, not exactly what we're looking for, but it's not like this helm is giving us much more. So at least we got some magic find from this helm. We can go back to our adventure. Now before I go back, I will revive our dear Gulzar. He's level 12. He's trying to keep up with us. It's not easy. So now that we're level 16, as I said, level an Arctic Blast. With the goal at level 18 to have Gust, that is a teleport for the Druid class. Will help us with, you know, traversing the world. And I'm just gonna invest a few more points into strength. On average, it takes about 40 strength points to 50 strength points per difficulty to get to how much strength points you want. So I invested mine kind of already. And from now I'll do Vitality all the way till the end of normal. As you can see, I'm still just hugging the outer walls, looking for the way out. I'm ignoring anything that isn't an elite or a champion, simply because they give less EXP. And my ravens might do the work for me. We go ahead and find the Valley of the Snakes. Here we'll be sticking again to the left side. So as you can see, going to the left here. And this is not the correct path, the dead end. So we're gonna continue with the left side. You don't give up on it. New charm. A little bit of poison damage doesn't really help us. Make sure you do actually bother picking up those charms. They might actually end up being useful early on. You never know. I think my merc just died of poison. We do find a way down. If you are playing on softcore, leaving a teleport here just in case you die is always a safe bet. But with this druid, no real reason to die. As long as you keep your distance. The crows or ravens, they'll take care of anything. Once you press the altar in the middle, you get the amulet, which you can then combine with the Staff of Kings. It's the first transmute that we're doing. And you get the Horadric Staff. I put it over here so I don't forget it. And after we do that, we complete our third quest. And we're looking for the summoner in the Arcane Sanctuary. You don't have to talk to anyone. The quests are kind of complete, even if it says talk to Drognin. You can just head into the palace. This is where having a teleport feels really nice already. And the palace cellar levels, they're always the same. They always look the same. So you can kind of go through them the same way that I'm going through them. You can go through them a different way. Kind of up to you. I'm in level 2 right now. I don't know why I went to the left, because I was yapping. And now I go to the middle, open a door, and head downwards. There is a Fire Eye over here, so you can kill him for EXP if you'd like. Our goal is to eventually level up a little bit in Act 2. You saw it in Act 1, we finished it at around level 11. And you can finish it earlier, you can finish it later if you'd like. Once you get here, make sure you tap this waypoint. Okay? Make sure you save it. Find another wolf helm, but not a useful one. So we're just gonna test one by one to see where the actual way out is. But gaining EXP on the road here is not terrible for us, because again, we do want to level up a little bit. As you can see, I don't mind getting a little bit of EXP on the way. Again, our level up. Let's check this rare shield. Might have some resistances. It does. Has some FHR as well. Go ahead and put it on. It is pretty important. Resistances, fire and lightning. Everybody loves those. And did I happen to accidentally find the summoner on my first try? Well, a miracle caught on camera. Usually takes me 3 to 4 attempts before I find it. It could be any of the 4 paths. Let's make sure that we don't die. You don't have to actually kill him, but why not? He's annoying. Talk to the book, and you can head to the Canyon of the Magi. This is a great place to stop and level if you do need to. We're at level 17, so we might also level up a little bit, but before we do that, we look for the right tomb. The circle with the semicircle, which I believe is all the way over here. Not this one. This one. Yeah, there we go. Remember, level 17, get the Cyclone armor. We're working our way towards having Gust, which is our teleport. I try to heal him, even said thanks. It's not really built for surviving. Let's be totally honest about that one. So as with most places, we're heading to the left side first. And I know we're getting close to our level 20 ravens, and it's a little bit of a detour, grabbing Gust first. But it's nice to get movement. If you prefer dashing to your ravens, being level 20, you can do that too. That's perfectly fine. So these rooms, if you ever see them, normally it means we're in the wrong direction. As you can see, the dead end. You can just turn around if you see them, even without opening the door. And try the next direction. And again, we're not too bothered by having to clear so many things here. We like the XP right now. We're missing some EXP. So like getting some levels here is very nice for us. It's another dead end. Let me make sure that I'm not dying. I don't want to set bad example. Have a look at the items we found, just to check if there's anything useful. Doesn't seem super likely. Always good to check. Could definitely use a better armor. Should pay attention to that. Alright, so it wasn't on the left side, which is very sad, but we're just going to continue with that direction. Two to hunger, one to carrion vine. No, thank you. And we get another level. This is where we finally unlock Gust. Bind it to whatever you're comfortable with. Oh, we can finally teleport, which is very nice. The teleport has a long cooldown, but whenever you see a place that you really want to skip over, Gust becomes super nice to have. It's also a nice way to move your pets around and your mercenary if you see that he is getting stuck somewhere. Let's go ahead and grab this. It's good gold. I don't really want a British. And we get ourselves an experience shrine. It's a good time to stop and let your ravens kill some stuff. I believe we're on the right way to the boss. Nope, another dead end, it looks like. Yeah, we're only level 18, so we don't mind a little bit of walking and EXP. If you are missing more EXP after completing the Duriel quest, like the final quest of Act 2, you can always go ahead and clear the other tombs. They definitely have good EXP there. Or you can move to Act 3 and get some EXP there too. That's also fine. Free to Werewolf. It's not what I'm looking for. So we basically cleared every single possible place and we got unlucky. But we're not too mad about it. Here we are, the final room. We reached here at level 18, almost 19, so about what we expect. Duriel is going to be a little bit, painful to fight. We are going to leave a TP there the moment we enter, and we're going to see if we can survive it. If not, we might just head out and grab our mercenary. As you can see, the ravens do just insane damage. But also, he does insane damage too, so. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna resummon them. We don't need our merc, really. Just gonna use this opportunity to recharge the ravens. Keeping it nice and easy, nice and safe, you know, just the way I like it. So let's go ahead and clear out some space here. We're gonna get cold and lightning res amulet, which I kind of like. This FCR amulet is cute. Heavy gloves we can put in here. A kite shield might be useful. You never know. I just need to find a place for everything. We don't need this. We don't need this. All right, we're good. So again, it says basically just talk to Jaren to complete this quest. This quest will be completed once you talk to somebody in town. And we are level 19. And we're going to continue maxing out the ravens in 4 more levels. We'll be summoning 3 of them at a time, which is amazing. If you are in the hang of not wasting time, you'll make a teleport there to cut the walk back to Mephisto. Mephisto over here will sell you to act number 3. And we have reached act number 3. That's amazing. It's very, very nice. Now at this point, I really recommend selling some stuff. I don't know why it picked it up as well. It's a good place to sell stuff because this is also a place where you want to start buying things. And more specifically, the thing you want to buy is a teleport stick. So what is a teleport stick? Over here, you'll see that he's selling a lot of different items. And for example, this is a teleport stick. You'll see it has charges for teleport for the free charges with 10 FCR. Why would you buy a teleport stick on a druid? You might ask yourself, since we have already a native teleport. And the reason is it saves time. So you don't have to do it. It's just something that I personally like to do when I'm doing my playthroughs. To the clay golem wand is actually kind of cute. Shame I'm not a necro today. I'm going to sell everything that I'm really not using. 6 life, replenish life, AR, energy. These two as well. These, I don't think I'll need them, but I'll keep them here. And just making sure any of those is not so useful. Okay. The strength one I'll keep. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this teleport stick, and we can only use it once we're level 24. So again, there is some time till that time reaches us. Till then, we're going to save gold to repair it, because that is going to get expensive. And for sure, this we save for our Ancient's Pledge. And I am going to go back to Act 2. We're going to try and revive our Merc one more time at a higher level.
What, didn't you see enough action here the first time?
So let's see. What's the tankiest you got for us? Well, the highest level we got is 18. Kasim. He's a Thorns guy. Not exactly the aura we're looking for, but maybe he stays alive longer.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
That is not super useful. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and go to Act 3. And again, we're going at it pretty slow. This, of course, can be done faster. Or we've done it faster in the past. But if you're not rushing, this is a fine pace to go at. You don't have to complete the entire game in one sitting. And from now on, we can teleport around. The reason why this teleport is so important is because Act 3 is pretty dreadful without it. We got an F rune. We already dropped the Tal rune, which means we could make ourselves a stealth instead of this armor. I don't think it's super necessary since our FCR is not going to be a very important factor for us at the moment. So I'm personally not doing it, but if you are interested in making one for yourselves, you can always farm those runes in Act 1 Tower. We find the Great Marsh. It's not really what we're looking for. We're going to stick to the Spider Forest, looking for either the Flare Jungle or for the Spider Cavern, which is where the first material in the Act 3 quest line is found. Requires us to find quite a few items, a little bit more annoying than the Act 2 quest, where you only need to find 2. I'll say every now and then I will stop and resummon my ravens. I do it so we can passively gain EXP as I'm walking around. You don't have to think about it too hard. So let's see what we found. This is the Arachnid's lair. So this is not what we were kind of like looking for. No need to go in there. We continue along the Spider Forest. And we're looking for these kind of pillars to kind of signify that it might be around here. I believe we found it. This is the Spider Cavern. So we go ahead and teleport around. Once you kill a couple of elites, eventually you'll drop this Jade figurine. It's part of the first quest. You need to show it to Cain, and then to Mashif, and then to Alcor. This golden chest in the spider cavern, this is giving you your first material, Callum's Eye. So we did both of these first parts over here. Also found this helm, which we are going to give to our mercenary. Why not? Keep him safe. So I'm not going to complete the first quest yet, just because it's not urgent. It gives you 20 life. So again, if you're in hardcore and that extra 20 life makes you feel safer, don't let me be the reason why you don't feel safe, but not urgent for us. Now we are looking for the flare jungle. It could be sometimes the flare jungle is reached through the Great Marsh. Sometimes it is not. So what we're going to do is simply check the left side, see there's no flare jungle exits on the left. If there are none, then we'll have to go for the Black Marsh. It is what it is. Again, as we're doing this, we are leveling, so we're not wasting time completely. As you can see, we covered the entirety of the spider forest, and we did not find the flare jungle, so we're gonna have to go through the Black Marsh. In the Black Marsh itself, we're not looking for anything else, so we're just gonna be trying to get out of there as fast as possible, which means we're gonna be heading in this direction, which is the direction of the exit. Whenever you're waiting for your teleport to come off cooldown, make sure to resummon your ravens, then teleport out. Once you get your teleport, you're a lot less likely to need these stamina potions. Soon enough, I will be getting rid of them. We are starting to lose our mana more often, so we might want to buy some potions for that, though. Right, I believe we're on the wrong path. Is this true? So as you can see, this is not the way. I don't think that I missed it. I'm gonna be trying just a little bit further here to see if it's maybe over here, and it is. We found the flare jungle. And the flare jungle, we're looking for a couple of things, and we'll find most of them together. So the first thing we're looking for is the Flare Dungeon. That's also where we'll find the Gitbin. These are two different quests, but you kind of do them in the same place. And we'll do that similarly to how we were looking for the Spider Cavern. We're just gonna hug the walls and look for these kind of like entries. All the while we are leveling. We are level 20 effectively at this point, which is still a little behind. We would like to be level 24 for Act 4. So again, a little behind. We don't have our Ravens at level 20 yet. That's going to take 3 more levels. So level 23. So a bunch of things we still want to happen, but progression is still smooth. We're still doing okay. Find ourselves a tier rune. And I make sure to pick up all the charms. 12 FHR right now is a very nice GC to find. It's gonna be useful to us probably all the way to hell. Find this little entrance. This could be the place we're looking for. And you'll see there's a ton of these flares and soul killers. And the thing that we're looking for is the Gitbin. See if it's here. And the dungeon. Make sure we're not dying accidentally. As you can see, there is none of the things we're looking for here. There is another kind of like entry on the other side, just kind of connects with the road that we've already been on. So we're not interested in that. We're gonna go back to the path we were on. Again, we're back to looking for these kind of entries. A bit more life for me. While we're progressing, we're also looking for the Cursed Bazaar, which will be found as long as you keep climbing like this through the map. This is kind of like the sign that you made it there. You'll see it's kind of like wreckage, and you'll find Storm Tree. Now, if that does end up happening, you can just nice raw rune. You can just leave a teleport here and look for the waypoint in Lower Kurest. Bless me. As long as you have a teleport there, you just need to find a waypoint so you can head back and continue your exploration. Find another one of those entrances, and hopefully this one is the right one. See a lot of water and a waypoint, so this is not the right place, which means we gotta go back to the Flare Jungle. Find ourselves an experience shrine, which is interesting. The thought of progressing with it does cross my mind. So we can either go through the other side to see if there is some entry we missed, or it could be even further in the back. I obviously don't know. Doesn't look like we missed anything on the other side, at least. We're just gonna try and stick to this side now and hopefully find it. And if it is not here, then most likely it's just here at the bottom and I just skipped it in the beginning. There you go. Once you find these little huts, that's kind of how you know you got to the right place. And again, as I said, we're looking for two things here. The Gidbin and the dungeon. And you can see the dungeon entrance over there. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and interact with the Gidbin, which should be around here. This is it. You press it. And that will summon a little group of flares. Where they are. There they are. Once you kill them, they'll drop the Gidbin. You can give this back to Ormus, and he will give you a ring, which is very nice. We'll do that after our EXP shrine will run out. In the dungeon, you want to stick to your left. As long as you do, you'll find a way out in no time. Find our first Wallstone shard for the playthrough. I personally save them. I don't like spending them early, but if you find something cool, of course, up to you. Another tier rune. Found our first way down, and since our shrine ended, let me go ahead and cash some of these in. What was I trying to put in? First Wallstone shard. Yeah, we'll go ahead and back. Yep. Mr. Yapper. Alright, so if you talk to Ormus, he will award you a ring for the Gidbin. Gidbin gone. You need to talk to Ashera to complete the quest, but that's not super necessary. Not a useful charm for us. And we got a 10 FCR. 1 LPK ring. Normally this would be pretty awesome, but we personally just don't need the FCR. It's not super useful for us. Most people would be happy though, so there is that. Don't need this either, and I think we are pretty much good here. Find another teleport staff. As you can see, they're not too uncommon. You can find them. They're a little expensive, but it is what it is. Go back to the dungeon. Again, for level 2, we're going to head to the left once more. As you can see, it's waiting for us right here. And in the third level, it's all a little bit more random. There's a few layouts. I don't remember all of them by heart. But if you have a teleport, you'll do pretty well here. It makes navigating this space a lot easier. As you can see, I can jump around. And we find the boss here. You don't actually have to kill him, just need the brain. And we add this to the eye that we've already found. And we can go back to the waypoint we already found in Lower Crest. Again, you don't have to kill anything on the way, but uniques and elites, elites and champions will give you some EXP, which will keep your progression on a fairly smooth trajectory. Of course, Bazaar is fairly skippable as an area, but you want to make sure you find this ruined temple. The ruined temple is always the temple that has the stairs kind of in this direction. That's the place where you complete your 4th quest. So we're going to go ahead and clear this real quick. Find another F rune. All these runes are going to pay up later in the playthrough. Don't skip on picking them up just because you're not using them yet. They are useful, they are important. Find ourselves some very nice collection of them. And over here, you'll find a Lum Essen Tome. Once you do, you can go back to town. And we can complete both the 1st quest and the 4th quest kind of together. So the first one requires you talking to Mephisto. He will give you the golden bird, which you would like to trade off to Alcor. As you see, give the golden bird to Alcor. You also give the book to Alcor, the book we just found. So I like doing both of them together. As you can see, book is gone, bird is gone. You get a potion of life that adds 20 permanent life to you. And you also get 5 attributes for the book, which we'll be putting into vitality. Now we can go back to completing our long fetch quest. We are looking for the sewers. Sewers look like this. This is the entrance. Again, there are ways to kind of know where things are in the sewers. I personally don't have it memorized. I just kind of hug the outside and look for the way down. Again, it's one of those places where having a teleport feels really, really nice. Which is why I always make sure I grab my teleport as fast as I can. As you can see, this place can get a little bit complicated. I will go back for enough rune. Any rune is worth going back for early on. Even the useless ones. Even they are useful. Find this chest. You don't need to find it. It's not super important. Let's hope we're not full clearing this sewers. And once you find this pack of bats with Gloom Bat, that's how you know you found the right place. You'll have to go here in the middle, press the lever, hop into the sewer. And once you talk to this chest, you'll get the heart, which is the 3rd piece of your fetch quest. We're only missing one more to complete it. In order to get out, I believe we're going to have an exit somewhere here. There we go. So we're already in Upper Kurust, which is the next area after Lower Kurust. Or Kurust Bazaar, actually. We're just going to progress forward to Travancore. And if you are playing online, this is a good waypoint to grab. Somewhere a lot of people will ask for this waypoint. So if you have friends or if you want to be nice to people, having this waypoint is useful. But yeah, once we reach Travancore, the waypoint will be on your left. You can kill these guys for EXP. They give decent EXP. Not terrible. But we're headed towards our quest to defeat the High Council. They're going to be placed over here. And they can be a little bit dangerous, so you might want to keep your distance. Let your ravens do the work. Count's Flail is the last piece, the fourth and last piece for the quest. So you'll put it in your cube as well. He also has an Ort Rune, and our mercenary is actually staying alive pretty well, so I'm pretty proud of him. He was struggling a little bit more in the beginning. So yeah, once we get all the pieces, we transmute, combine them together. You'll wear this flail, and you'll punch this compelling orb. We're level 21, close to level 22. Remember that we do want to get to level 24 for Act 4. So it is okay to stop and farm for EXP. Again, if you are playing in single player, you can just increase the player count to get more EXP by typing players and then a number between 1 to 8. Just like 8 like this will make it 8. This will make it 1. It's only available in single player, of course, so I was asked in the last series not to use it, even though it's just for speeding up the video. We are level 22, almost 20 points into the Raven. So we go ahead and find Durance level 2. Again, if you want to be nice, finding the waypoint here is definitely worth it. If not, then you don't really need the waypoint. You're not going to come back here. Yeah, I'm going to do it mostly to farm on the way. Don't really need 4 dexterity. So we do go ahead and find the waypoint. The way down from the waypoint is going to be on our left. So if we stick to the left, we will find it pretty fast. At least we should be able to find it pretty fast. So I believe if we go here, yeah, we do find a way down. Let's see how much EXP we actually get from it. There is a conviction pack there, so a little bit worrying. We might get, you know, a little bit one shot if we stay there. So open a teleport here. Try to heal our merc. Separate Mephisto from the other gang he got going on there. And we got a little bit of drops from Mephisto. Nothing too fancy over here. A Ralrun, which is nice. You can go ahead and kill stuff over here if you'd like to. For the gold or for the drops. If you don't need anything, you can just move on to the next act. Of course, we would like to level up. In Act 4, we're not going to get Giddy XP. By hanging out there at that level. So if you're a single player at the moment, if you're playing only solo online, then now is a good time to go either back to Canyon of the Magi or to join a group game to level up real quick and then hop back into solo play again. Just to kind of demonstrate. Over here, I'm not going to have issues killing things, but you'll see that EXP wise, I'm not getting a lot from each of these monsters. And I'm still just level 22. So I'm going to hop back real quick into Act 2. We haven't really cleared the canyon. So what we are going to do is to hop in and out here. And as you can see, I'm getting same or better EXP over here in Act 2. So it's a pretty nice place to kind of level up in. The thing we're going to do is to hop between the different tombs. We're going to go to this one first. And we find ourselves a stamina shrine, which will be very helpful in doing this. And we're going to go to the left every time. I don't think there's any good skills on these. Find one with ravens, then it's a big win, of course. Give me this large arm. 3 strength for 4 dexterity. Yeah, these are not super useful for us. So I'm just teleporting around looking for the treasure room. Where you get pretty nice EXP. Make sure I drink this antidote so we don't die. And we find the treasure room. Over here you'll see there's like a nice pack. Go ahead and kill it. Finding tombs gains early on is pretty easy normally. Not too uncommon. And you can pop these chests for some extra gold. After you finish clearing one of those, you hop back into town and go into the next tomb. Again, if you are playing in a single player, raising up the player count is the fastest way to do this. No thank you, no thank you. Let me sell some of these too. Yeah, let me clear up some space here. This can be used for a lore base. Clear up the inventory just a little bit. And 1 FCR ring doesn't hurt. Again, we're moving on to the next tomb. We're going to rinse and repeat till we're level 24. This time it was a little bit easier to find. half freeze gloves. Additional half freeze gloves, I should say. Now both of us have half freeze, which is nice. You can see I'm looting in the same time. So this room alone give us 8%. Not too bad. Did the wrong room. And again, the wrong one. Hurting life, why not? We found ourselves another room. We're getting close to the goal.
How may I help you?
We are pretty close to the next level. We could also farm the last level in Act 3. I'm just going to use these tombs first. And maybe the last one is going to get us our level. Looks like they're giving us between 8 to 10% per one. Right, I think I have the triangle one. I don't think I've been to yet. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, only 5%. It is what it is.
Good day.
Let's hop real quick in Act 3. That is our level 20 ravens, and now every time we summon them, we will summon 3 at a time, which is very, very comfortable. It makes it so you only need to cast them 5 times to have a full army instead of 8. Big quality and life boost. So again, you could go through Act 4 and start progressing there, and then level up afterwards, or do it before, whatever you feel more comfortable with. I'm going to try and progress like this through Act 4. We'll see if this ends up saving or costing us time. I'm not sure personally, but we'll see. Over here, we kind of hug the outside, find ourselves this pack of stairs to the Plains of Despair. This is where you find Iswell. Iswell will give you 2 skill points. In order to find them, you want to look for an L-shaped mark on the map. And when I say L-shaped, like I'll show exactly what I mean. It's pretty small, it's easy to not notice. But once you know how it looks like, it's very easy to find. Isabel is playing games with us. Doesn't want to be found. And this is the L-shaped thing on the map you want to look for. On the map, it's a little bit hard to see. That's how you see it. Go ahead and kill Iswell. Okay, and after you kill Azul, you can go straight to town and kind of talk to Tyrael. He'll give you 2 skill points. So these skill points, you don't need anything in the elemental. If you are on hardcore again, you can grab Werewolf and Lycanthropy. If not, you can put your points into Spirit Wolf and save your points for Direwolf and Summon Grizzly, or start dumping into Heart of the Wolverine, which is the next thing you'll be putting a few points into until you can put points into Summon Grizzly. So that's what I'm doing. The reason I haven't resummoned is because we've summoned our Wolverine Spirit with a skill shrine. So we don't really need to resummon. And you can bind your wolves if you'd like to. Like, the wolves are not useless. But they're also not super useful. So I don't personally spend mana on them. But if they make you feel safe, if you feel like they do damage, you can go ahead and put points into them. Maybe in the future they get buffed and they suddenly become useful early on. I'll put points in them too. That happens. Once you find a waypoint over here, that's where the River of Flame lies. And we'll go ahead and walk through the River of Flames. Again, our goal is to be level 24 by the time we're in Act 5. Or not by the time, but by the time we're ready to do the Ancients. And our second Wellstone Shard here. The Ancients, while we're level 24, will level us to level 25, which will make leveling in Baal extremely easy, whether we do it alone or with other people. Also here, in the River of Flame, you'll find the second quest, the Hellforge quest. You don't have to actively look for it, but if you run around enough, you will find it. I'm just killing stuff to make sure we get our EXP to a good point. That's how the Hellforge area looks like, for people who are not familiar. Put a little wolfie there. Our Merc might die. It's a normal place for the Merc to die. He has a conviction aura, so I wouldn't blame me if I let my Merc die. Right here. We'll heal him. Once you reach the Hellforge, if you don't have your Mephisto Soulstone, if you didn't pick it up, make sure to go back to town, talk to Kane. He will give you the Soulstone. So no need to panic. 2.5 punches. And we get ourselves a few drops. Just a raw rune. I don't know why I opened the TP. So nothing too fancy. Extra runes is always nice early on. Charm is not useful. We're at 55% EXP. So even if we don't make it all the way to the next level, we are going to be pretty close by the time we're done with the Sanctuary. So I'm not too worried. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a spicy situation there. Did not expect them to do that much damage. I'll go ahead and bring back my merc. I'd rather he stay with me. He is doing something, at least. Even if not a lot. Something better than nothing. We've reached the Chaos Sanctuary. We're at 68% again. I'm expecting to do about 20 to 25% in here. So I think we'll end up being just okay. And we won't need to farm any more than that. Oh yeah, we seem to be very fine on EXP. We're basically leveling up in a moment now. Almost 98%. There we go. That's our level 24. Which is the main level we care about, pretty much, so I consider us in a good situation now. Again, we can grab ourselves the Summon Dire Wolves. Oh! I didn't even notice I'm about to die and my merc is dead. So used to being nonchalant about everything. Alright, so now we finally get to fight Diablo. I will bring my merc back again. For the hopes he survives for a little bit. You know? Just making sure we are on players 1. I didn't accidentally raise it or something at any point. We don't have a lot of fire res, but I think we'll be okay. Let's make sure we sell everything we don't need. I just like clearing my inventory at this point. I don't need a lot of gold. And since we are level 24, we can already wear our teleport stick, which I am going to do. We haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, but I will use it soon. I promise. As you can see, the merc goes down pretty fast, but okay. I guess so do the wolves. No real need in bring them in. Just mostly me hoping that he will lock into them. And as you can see, nice and easy fight with the ravens. Taking most of the credit here. That's the third quest and the final quest in Act 4 completed. We talked to Tyrael and traveled to Act 5. So we've completed four acts. Again, this is Act 1 we completed. Act 2, all completed. This is completed. I just didn't talk to Ashera. Act 4, fully completed. Now it's time for Act 5. And I don't even know what I pressed and how I did it. We get ourselves a cold and lightning res glows, which is not terrible. Let's go ahead and sell some stuff we don't need. You don't really need to fix your gear. Go ahead and stash our gems and runes and jewels. Some res. And stay over here. Put our rejuves in here as well. Most likely not going to need these anymore. And you can change your merc to an Act 5 merc if you'd like to get the battle orders from him if you want to. I personally don't right now, but it's kind of like to the player. And now we finally can use our teleport stick to travel around. Makes it a little bit easier to travel. And all that gold that we've been saving, well, now is the time to start spending it on these teleports. So we go ahead and complete the first quest. Now let me just check if we already have found the runes that we need. And we do have them, the Ral, Ort, and the Tal. So technically you get these from the second quest, but I already found them, so I might as well make my Ancient's Pledge. So Ral, Ort, and Tal, if you do happen to run into them, you can buy a free socket shield from the Act 2 mercenary in the middle. That's where I buy it normally. So you can just get one, or you can just find one if you don't want to buy it. Doesn't cost a lot, but Ral or Tal, that's the Ancient's Pledge. That's going to give you a ton of resistances. That's going to be our main shield pretty much throughout the entire game. You'll see that our resistances now look a lot better. If you don't find these runes, you complete the second quest, which is Rescue on Mount Ariat. And this quest is being completed in the Frigid Highlands. So let me just show how you do it, how it looks like. It's good to complete this quest even if you don't want to make an Ancient's Pledge. Just having more runes early on is such a nice thing to have. Don't skip out on runes. Even ones that you don't think you're going to need, they are useful. And they are definitely worth having. So over here, you'll see this is what you're looking for. These groups of barbarians. There's 3 of them scattered around here. You'll need to break the cage for all 3 groups. You'll see that it says rescue 10 more soldiers. So it's 2 more groups. And we got lucky and we found 2 groups right by each other. It's a little bit random. So just kind of have to wander around to find them. We do have a lot more teleports. We go ahead and find the third group, and you see return to Qualkek for your reward. So the reward is getting the runes, basically. He gives you the runes that you need to make this rune word, the Ancient's Pledge. We found our first Am rune. It's always good to find an Am rune. Am runes are usually very important early on for a spirit rune word. Can be used for others as well. we're going to continue progressing towards the third quest. Waypoints on the way, not too important, but sometimes you just need to track your steps back. Find another Am rune. Nice and lucky. As I said, it's going to start becoming expensive. Around here, it's going to cost us about 100k every time to fix our teleport stick. So you don't have to spam teleports, you can just walk. It saves a little bit of time, but yeah. And there we go, we got our runes back, which is very nice. We got a shale rune, which is very nice. And over here, we are going to look for the frozen river. That's where you rescue Anya. Rescuing Anya is always important because she gives you extra resistances. Do not skip on this quest. It's kind of like one of those never skip me kind of quests. Unless you're doing like a speedrun or something and you don't need it. So we found a way forward. I'm going to leave a teleport here in case we do find the waypoint. Okay, so we do find the way forward. They are pretty close to each other. So what I am going to do, again, similar to what we were planning to do earlier. Don't need this. So look for the next waypoint before progressing. Got a gem shrine over here. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a perfect emerald. Ideally, we make ourselves perfect amethysts early on, but I don't want to spend too much time for it. Perfect amethysts will be used for us in order to craft as a druid, so they are useful. Remember, every time you're swapping to your teleport stick, you are losing a lot of resistances. So if you're in hardcore, maybe I don't need to say this, but do it at your own risk. Did I run out of teleports already? I did. We can't make another teleport yet, so we are just gonna have to walk. Again, we're looking for the next waypoint in Frozen Tundra, and if we don't find Frozen Tundra waypoint, then we'll just continue to the Ancients waypoint, which is the one after that. Let's see if we run into it randomly on the way, and we do run into it. Now we can go back to saving Anya, which was our initial goal. Let's go ahead and make sure we fix our weapon. And always pick up gold items. Give a lot of gold, don't take a lot of space. Well, we found ourselves an experience shrine, which is very nice. More gold for us. And we continue down this path Looking for Anya. Again, I'm only killing so much stuff because we got the experience shrine. Otherwise, I would skip most of it. We finally find our Free to Raven club. That's the thing we've been looking for this entire time. So now we finally have this plus 3 to Ravens. Our Ravens are level 23. Very, very nice for us. Big increase in damage. Usually you find these a lot earlier. I just got a little unlucky. You can also find helms with plus 3 to Raven, of course. Already from the first act, the first areas. Just really didn't run into any. It's okay. And finally found Frozenstein. Or Frozenstein, whatever you want to call him. Gonna go ahead and lay a topo over here. They are cold immune, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for us to kill them, as we do a lot of cold damage. Grab this large arm, and I'm interested in the kite shield. I'll have a look at it later. Find faster unwalk, which is not bad. And we'll grab this for gold. Did I talk to Anya?
Good afternoon.
No, I didn't. Good one. So you talk to Anya, you talk to Mala. She gives you a little potion. And you talk to Anya again. You release her. Talk to Mala and receive the scroll of resistances, which gives you 10 all res across the board, which is very, very nice.
Afternoon.
Well, let's go ahead and sell some of these gold items we've been finding. Should have just sold it. That was a nice stick. All right, let's go ahead and put some stuff in our stash. The shield has half freeze duration, which is cute, but not super interesting to us. And you can talk to Anya after you're done with this quest to get another item. It might be useful, who knows. This is 10 to all res, 1 to twister. I'll take 10 to all res for the next difficulty. That would be useful over there. For now, we don't really need it. I should grab some mana potions, because we are starting to run out of it every now and then. Let me buy a few more. Clock our gold. And go back to Frozen Tundra, which we already found. So now we're looking for the Ancients. I'm just going to my left here, not doing anything fancy. I will actually grab this mana region shrine. And we find the area summit. The habit to open a TP there. Once you defeat these, they will give you 1 level. At least at the lower levels. They give you like a set amount of EXP, really. As you can see, the ravens kind of take care of them. The wolves don't really survive without a lot more invested into them. As long as you stay healthy and you keep your distance, even if the merc dies, doesn't really matter. The Talik guy is the main danger there, so he's the guy I mostly try to avoid. And we go ahead and level up. Very, very nice. Now we're just waiting kind of to get our grizzlies. That's going to be the big thing we're going to do next, but we're going to wait till level 30 to start putting points into it. We can grab our mercenary once again. He's been doing a good job overall. Thank you. We bested the ancients, beat quest number 5. I am skipping quest number 4. It is not incredibly important to do, at least not early on. And now we're looking for Baal to complete normal difficulty. Look at us dropping Am runes and GCs. Now you will want to find the waypoint for level number 2 of the World Stone. At this point of the game, you can already find yourself amulets kind of on the way to give class skills, so it's definitely worth picking them up. As you can see, we're already leveling pretty fast. So we're going to quickly look for our waypoint. Generally speaking, like, I don't recommend jumping through Nightmare immediately, so repeating Baal a couple of times is definitely worth it, just to get like a nice level. You could theoretically get some drops from normal Baal too, but I don't really count on getting any drops from him. Mostly just doing it for the EXP. So I can have my bears. For Nightmare, it feels a lot safer, a lot nicer. And this is the way down. Nope, it's the waypoint. Amazing. So we got our waypoint. And the way down should be over here somewhere. Not enough mana, they say. Make sure we have some mana potions to avoid that problem. Go ahead and find our way down to the throne. Our mercenary doesn't love these Death Lords that much. Like, he's not that tanky. I'll go ahead and resurrect him one more time, because I believe in him. Yeah, I could really treat him a little bit better though. We've not been super nice to him. Not with the weapon, not with the armor. Yeah, let's get him the septum. A little bit more damage. Hopefully we can find something better soon. As you can see, these waves are no problem for the Druid. You might want to heal your Merc to avoid death by poison.
Good evening.
Once again.
Salutations.
We just keep him alive for cheap. And final wave. We're basically one step away from completing normal difficulty. Very, very nice. So one more time, we're gonna get our Merc back. Because it really does help us with the damage. I think I have enough mana potions.
Yes.
And it's only normal, so reviving him is not super expensive or anything. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this normal. Generally speaking, Baal is not too scary for us. As long as you use your potions in time, it doesn't do too much damage. Keep your Merc healed. You should be good to go. Our Ravens are just going to do most of the job as always. And there we go. That is a full normal playthrough. We did it fairly slowly, 2.5 hours, but hopefully it was clearly explained and easy to understand overall. That is the main goal of the series after all. And did we get a nicer weapon for him? I think we did. I think we found a nicer weapon for him. He can't use it yet because it requires level 35. He'll use it later. So as you can see, once you enter this portal, you'll finish normal, right? And yeah, I'll say we leveled up and we can finally access Nightmare. Now, I don't recommend accessing Nightmare immediately. I do recommend leveling at least level 30 if you're playing solo. If you are playing on hardcore and you want to be even extra safe, right, you can go to like level 35 or something. So that's what I recommend doing. Best way to do it is just to do Baal runs. Or join group games that are doing Baal runs or Chaos runs and just run it together with them. If you don't want to do that, if that is something you prefer to do solo, just go ahead and solo. That's okay. For the next video, I'm going to come back after doing a few Baal runs. And we're going to do Nightmare. this was it for this video. Again, it's a pretty long recording already, so I'm gonna go get some water, and I'll sit to record another day for the nightmare part, or maybe later today. But with that said, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have questions, other questions about normal, then make sure you ask them. Let's go over again the quest situation. We complete quest 1 and quest 6, with quest 4 and 5 being optional and useful. In act number 2, we complete all the quests. In act number 3, we complete all 6 as well. This is completed. You just need to talk to Ashera to have it completed. It's just not necessary to actually do that. Ashera is sitting over here. She's the mercenary shopkeep. As you can see, completed. In act number 4, we complete all the quests. In act number 5, you complete all the quests, but act quest number 4, which is completely skippable. For the skills, we try to max our ravens as fast as possible, leveling at level 16, 17, and 18 are elemental skills in order to gain access to Gust, which is just a nice mobility option. If you don't care for mobility, you can just continue to max out your skills and focusing on getting ravens to level 20 as fast as possible. Once they are level 20, put a point into Spear Wolf and Dire Wolf and start putting points into Harder Wolverine until you're level 30. And at which point you will start maxing your Summon Grizzly. So that's what we're about. As far as attributes go, you can see I have base points, base stats in strength all the way to 55. It let me wear the gear that I'm kind of like trying to wear, right? Getting like shields, they usually take like 47. Some belts can take like all the way to 45 to 60 for extra rows. Some armors could take similar requirements. That's why I level as about 40 to 50 points per difficulty, up to you when you want to distribute them. The rest goes all the way to Vitality, and that's pretty much it. Once you get to Act 5, or whenever you get the Ral, Ort, and Thul, Ral, Ort, and Tal runes, make yourself an Ancient Pledge. It will fix your resistances. As you can see, my resistances are pretty good, and they're going to stay pretty solid for Nightmare difficulty. Other than that, I like getting half freeze duration on both gloves and boots. It's hard to find good gloves and boots anyway at that point, so I just do that just to not be frozen. And that's pretty much it. If you can get lucky and get a Frito Raven, helm, or club, this will make your run a lot easier. We only got one at the end, but better at the end than nothing. That's pretty much it. The rest is just a shop for a teleport stick when you can in Act 3. That's the first time it becomes available. And make sure to save some gold to repair it every now and then. So that's kind of the summary of what you need to remember for dealing with normal difficulty. Nightmare difficulty is going to be a lot faster, but a little bit more difficult, a little bit more dangerous. We're going to get ready for it by doing a few Baal runs to level up. If you are missing EXP at level 20 and you need to get to level 24, 23 for Act 4, make sure to go to the Canyon of the Magi. That was, I think, the main tips that we had in this video. Go over here, do the tombs, get some EXP there. It's a good place to gain some EXP. We gained a lot there, all the way to level 23. And then we did level 23 in Act 4. That's it for the tips today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful for you guys to see the Druid going through normal. We will also do a video, of course, for Nightmare and Hell. And after that, we'll do Ubers and Declone as well to show how you can farm your own Torch and Annie to get your season started on the best terms possible. With that said, I hope I'll see you on the next stream or the next video. Have a good whatever you're having, and bye.